I'll teach you how to buy the correct chain for your bicycle. Before buying, you first look at your bicycle and determine whether it's a derailleur bike or a non-derailleur bike. This is the side view of a derailleur. This is the back view of a derailleur. If your bicycle has that, it's a derailleur bike. So if it doesn't have that, it's a non-derailleur bike. So non-derailleur bikes are single speed BMX bikes, fixie bikes, fixed gear bikes, and 2-speed and 3-speed bicycles with one sprocket at the back. Again, if there is a derailleur, it's a derailleur bike. So you use derailleur chains. If it is a non-derailleur bike, you use the chain for single speed. Now, if you take a look at the packages, you'll usually find this number: 1/2 by 1/8 by 104L. So that 1/2 refers to the distance between the two pins of a chain. The 1/8 refers to the hole inside the chain where the teeth enters, the teeth of the chain ring or the sprockets. Now this number 114L refers to 114 links. So one link is that one. That's 1, 2, 3. So one link, 2 links, 3 links, 4 links, 5 links, so and so forth and so on. So again, 1/2 refers to the distance between the two pins. 1/8 refers to the hole of the chain where the teeth enters, the teeth of the chain ring or sprockets, and 114L refers to 114 links. So this is another number in a derailleur chain: 1/2 by 3/32 by 116L. So 1/2 refers to the distance between the two rollers. 3/32 refers to the hole in the chain where the teeth enters, and here the number 116 links refers to the number of links. Okay, so when you see this on a packaging, that is for single speed, 2-speed, 3-speed. All of these have one sprocket at the back or one gear at the back wheel. Fixie bike or fixed gear also has one gear at the back. So you will use this kind of chain for single speed. Okay, now as regards this number, this is for bicycles with derailleurs. This one, that's a derailleur. So you use this kind of chains for derailleur bicycles. So there's 1/2 3/32 by 116L or 116 links. Now the cogs of the derailleur start with 2-speed. So Brompton, the folding bike Brompton, has a derailleur system with 2 speeds. You can increase it to 3, you can increase it to 4. That's Brompton. But usually the derailleur bicycles start with 5-speed. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-speed. Now if you have one chain ring, chain wheel, that's a 5-speed bicycle. 1 times 5. If your chain ring has 2 chain rings, it's called the 2 by 2 times 5. That's a 10-speed bicycle. If your chain But if your chain wheel has 3 chain wheels, 3 times 5, that's a 15-speed bicycle. But again, in buying your chain, you take a look at the number of sprockets you have without taking into account the chain wheel or the crank. So this is the crank or chain wheel. Sometimes it has 2, like this one, 1, 2. Sometimes only 1 chain wheel. Sometimes 3, 1, 2, 3 in the older mountain bikes. So when you see this 5-speed, this is good for derailleur bicycles with 5-speed or 6-speed. Now this is the rule. Supposing it's only 5-speed, you can use the chain for 5-speed bicycles and below, not on 6-speed bicycles. If you do that, you'll have a problem because 5-speed bicycle chains won't work with 6-speed clusters. So again, if it's a 6-speed chain, you can use it for sprockets with 6-speed or 5-speed, but not for sprockets with 7-speed above, because as the number of sprockets increase, the distance between the sprockets decrease. So a thick chain will not sit properly in the cluster of sprockets. So that's the rule, huh? So this will be good for 5-speed clusters or 6-speed clusters, because it states that it's for 6-speed and 5-speed, but you cannot use it for 7-speed up. So if it is a 5-speed chain, if it is only labeled 5-speed, you can use it for 5-speed clusters. When I say clusters, you count the clusters of sprockets in your sprocket. So if the package only says 5, you can use it for 5-speed clusters, but not for 6-speed clusters. So if the package only says 6-speed, you can use it for 6-speed clusters or sprockets, but not on 7 sprockets, 7-speed sprockets. Okay? Again, if you use, for example, 5-speed for a 6-speed sprocket, the chain will be thick and therefore will not sit properly in between the sprockets. So if the chain is of the right size, it will sit properly on the sprockets. Now, why can you use a 6-speed chain on a 5-speed sprocket? Because the 6-speed chain is thinner than a 5-speed chain. Therefore, the 6-speed chain can sit properly in the sprockets of your bicycle. So I hope that's clear, so you won't be confused with this label anymore. You can buy the proper chain for your non-derailleur bicycles and derailleur bicycles. Now, you use this 1/2 by 1/8 and 1/14L on single speed bicycles. This is what a single speed hub looks like. It has only one sprocket at the back. So there, single speed. Okay. Now, there is a 2-speed hub but so 2-speed, It has gears inside, which makes it a two-speed bicycle, but it has only one sprocket outside. Now there is a three-speed bicycle but it also has one sprocket outside. The gearing mechanism is inside the hub. So don't confuse this single speed, two speed, three speed with a single sprocket. Don't confuse it with derailleur sprockets which start from two speeds, because in derailleur sprockets, if you say two speeds, it will have two sprockets at the back. This one is a three-speed bike, but it has only one sprocket, so you use the thick 1/8 chains. Here in Brompton folding bikes, it comes with two-speed derailleur sprockets up to 4-speed. You have to use the 3/32 chains. Okay, so don't confuse. So both are two speeds. Here it's not a derailleur system because it has no derailleur. Here it is two speed, but it's a derailleur system because the two speed of Brompton has a derailleur at the back. Now again, derailleur gears start with two speeds up to, I think right now it's not only 11 but 13 speeds. So can you use this on a 7-speed bicycle derailleur system? No, because you can only use it up to 6 speeds or below. So if you want the chain for your 7-speed bicycle, be sure that the packaging has 7-speed indicated. Usually there's a group of speeds that it can function properly on, like 7 up to 9 or 10 up to 11. Just look at the packaging. Okay, I hope this is clear. Time for coffee. Oh yeah. As a general rule, you only buy one pack for one bike, but sometimes you need several packs of single speed chains or several packs of 3/32 derailleur chains for one bicycle, because sometimes the bicycle's chain is very long. These are the examples of bicycles with long chains. So this is a custom built funny bike or bicycle. It has a very long chain. It's called the Sky Cycle. So the crank is here, and then it's connected to another crank there. Somehow when you pedal here, the bicycle will turn. So these are for suicidal people, like the author of this book. So another bike which requires more than one pack of chain is a tandem bike. This is usually one pack of chain. You need another pack of chain here because there are two crank sets. So a recumbent bike usually requires the purchase of several packs of chains because there is the crank and they have to go all the way up to the rear sprocket. So usually the crank set is here, or the pedal, but since this has been modified into a recumbent bike, the pedal is over here, not anymore here. So the chain will have to travel all the way back and be connected there. So these are just examples of bicycles where when you buy, you need several packs of chains, but ordinarily you only need one pack when you buy a new package of chain. Okay, time for more coffee. Oh yeah.